So these are like all the old like Half-Life beta and alpha builds that I still have collected at my place of all these sort of old versions of Half-Life that I had throughout the years. And there was something, I would get a lot of game discs over the years. And this was back when people were pretty open to get it. So yeah, here's like beta 17, here's the Half-Life alpha build from October of 1997.
Did you play all these?
Yeah, a Half-Life alpha version from December of 1997. So this is, the first year, right? But I sort of got all these builds and I was keeping them and, I don't know why, but there was something about the game that got me really excited with sort of the animations. And I remember, the first demo where they were sort of showing the tentacle technology kind of busting through the glass, right? And that was like an amazing demo that Gabe and the guys did. So I was just kind of interested in the game, and I think I pitched Valve on the idea of coming up to sort of tell the story of the making of the game. Sent an email, which I still have, to Gabe saying, hey, what do you think of this idea? They're like, yeah, sure, come on up. So I headed up, took a couple days off school to go up to Seattle, to fly up from LA to Seattle and hang out at Valve as they were finishing Half-Life. A company that had never shipped a game before. It was two guys from Microsoft, Mike Harrington and Gabe Newell, who were sort of trying to build this kind of new game company. And yeah, it's insane what it has turned into, but back then it was just a cool game that I was really excited about. And everyone in the journalism world was excited about too, right? It was winning awards at E3, people thought it was felt fresh and felt different. So yeah, I just want to kind of go and tell that story. I want to say it was in September of 1998 when, they were pretty much finishing up, when I was there, and you saw the photos that are still in the story, but they had the sort of head crab piñata that was at the studio that they were eventually going to crack open when they finished the game. And again, it was a much more dramatic story back then, and we called it the final hours because literally they had to finish the game, bug tested, and then what they put on that CD-ROM was that was the game, because there were no day one patches or anything like that, right? So yeah, I was there and probably spent, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 days at the studio. And one of the things when I do final hours is I'd like to talk to everyone at the studio, right? So I wasn't just talking to Gabe, but I was literally talking to, John Guthrie and Ken Birdwell and Mark Laidlaw and all these guys that were kind of actually working on the game to hear their story. And I was just fascinated, right? And as a kid in college, this was a crash course in what it takes to make a game. And I remember Gabe took me out for, I think, sushi one day, and I'd never really eaten sushi in my life at that point or something like that. And I was embarrassed because I was trying to figure out how to use the chopsticks, and he was sitting there eating sushi. I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna be an idiot here, and I need to figure out how to eat my sushi properly, use my chopsticks properly, so I impress this guy. Because again, he had come from Microsoft, he was a well-off sort of well-known executive in the tech world, and Mike had come as well, and Mike's wife at the time, Monica, was sort of there doing the marketing stuff. So it was kind of a very much a family affair. I remember Gabe and his wife Lisa were they were packing manuals for some of the boxes on the floor, and it was just it was a very simple time.